Hi there, welcome to Terraland Soap Opera. Today I'm going to do a reading for Aquarius energy. And like usual, we're going to do two rows. The top row is High Vibes Aquarius energy, and the bottom row is a more worldly, shadowy Aquarius energy. We've all got our dualistic nature. Sometimes we're just struggling within ourselves. We have a dream. We'd like to move forward in life differently, face our fears, face our insecurities about moving forward in life differently, but in our more worldly nature, in our fear and insecurities or self-limiting beliefs, it's difficult. So some people are struggling within themselves because if we're going to move forward in life differently, we might not align ourselves with some of the things that we've done in our life or with some of the people in our life, or we might have to quit a job or a friendship or a relationship. And it's hard to do that. We'd like the things that we've already invested in to work out, but there is going to be some people that they can't keep living their life the way they've been living it anymore. The reason for the top row's reading is the sun, and underneath that's the Chariot. Having been illuminated to the truth that it's time to get in the driver's seat of your life from a place of love, to get balanced within yourself, to love and believe in yourself, have come into some truth, insight, understanding, healing, it's time to move forward in life differently. And there's going to be some people in the world or in our life that aren't ready to move forward in that way. The truth sets us free. Some people don't want to see the truth. Some people don't want to deal with the truth. Some people don't want to get in the driver's seat of their life. Some people haven't learned to love themselves. So, it's just to see the truth of it, that everybody is where they're at. We all learn and grow and heal and mature at different times in life. And sometimes when we're ready to move forward in life differently, other people aren't. High vibe Leo energy is about being willing to be more authentically yourself, and shadowy Leo is kind of hiding behind your ego, and that's also the reason why the reading came out. And for other people, you could have dealt with some people who operate more from their ego, and it is more about looking like you're moving forward victoriously, but it's kind of still hiding behind your ego or your defensive nature, or they are more ego and maybe worldly, materialistically based. Other people you'd like to move forward with, they've already moved on with other people and they're in emotionally balanced, loving relationships already. And why would they get out of that relationship to get in a relationship, even though they could find you to be a just and fair and loving person, So we wish people peace and we move on. So let's turn the camera down. Let's go see what's going on in the top row. So, like I say, the reason for the top row's reading is because you were illuminated to some truth. You're ready to move forward differently in a more maybe warm, loving, authentic, emotionally balanced way within yourself and with others. And the two cards that are showing themselves are the High Priestess and the Two of Cups, which can mean you're listening to your intuition to pick up your investment in an old way of living life, to get balanced within yourself, freeing yourself from whatever in your life could have felt like it was restricting you or confining you or limiting you or oppressing you. And you also could be intuitive that some people really haven't picked a path yet. They're still kind of juggling. We have this dualistic nature. Am I going to work with my more loving, intuitive nature? Is that how I think I can manifest my dreams into reality? Or should I work more with the world, operate from my ego or my defensive nature? Maybe make my life more about indulging myself, or thinking if I were to indulge in these things or make my life more about money and materialism, I'd be happy. And I want to work with people who are more like that. And, there comes a time where people have to pick a path, and some people don't want to pick a path. Some people want to present themselves as like a loving, warm person who's willing to bring a dream into reality based on that. But then they just kind of want to present themselves that way, but they're really kind of more aligned with their worldly nature, defensive nature, egoic nature. And then they want to be in relationships with people who they can juggle. Kind of play both sides of the fence. And I think you were just intuitive about it and that you're ready to move forward. So, you've illuminated, I think, your truth about how you're moving forward. If people are inspired by that and in alignment with that, they can move forward with you. If they're not, then they're not. Wish you peace. I'm moving on. So what isn't showing itself? The Moon, the Knight of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Two of Wands. Some people might not know how you're doing this because sometimes when people are kind of in more shadowy energy, it is just trying to create this illusion. Look how wonderful my life is. Look how successful I am. Look how I've moved forward in these new things. But it's kind of more of an illusion, trying to make people think that they're a certain type of person when they're really not. And you might know some people right now that are moving forward in that way. But you kind of know it's just an illusion. It is driven more not by truth and love and authenticity, maybe more by fear or insecurity or pride or ego. But they can see that you're moving forward authentically in an emotionally balanced way. And they can't maybe figure out how you're doing this. They wonder how you're pulling off a better illusion than they are. And you're maybe not taking action out of fear and insecurity and pride and ego. And they just don't understand how you're doing it. Well, the reason is these things that they don't see that you're kind of doing behind the scenes. You're listening to your intuition. You're not making decisions out of fear and insecurity and pride and ego. You've seen the truth. You've been illuminated to the truth. The truth set you free. If I take action out of pride and ego and fear and insecurity, when we're not taking action in truth and love, we've got some lessons to learn. Our high vibe energies, like represented by life-giving energy, represented by God, aligning with truth and love and loving ourselves and believing in ourselves. And when we haven't learned that, we're kind of operating from our shadowy energy, which is represented by the devil, which means we're going to have some hard lessons to learn. So you're standing up to your own shadow nature. I'm not going to give in to my more immature, prideful, egotistical nature because I am tired of learning those lessons. So I'm going to listen to my intuition and truth to guide the decisions I make. And Judgment card, I'm holding myself accountable for the actions that I take. And I'm also holding people in my life accountable for the actions they take. And if they still want to keep trying to confuse people about the truth of who they are, or are more caught up in the illusion of the world, well, peace be with you. Hope it works out. But that's not how I want to live my life. And I'm calling judgment on you that, you can live your life any way you want, but that's not how I want to live my life. And with the Two of Wands, you have hope and faith and belief in your dreams. You're looking to the future. Who wants to move forward with me, holding themselves accountable, speaking the truth, who has hope and faith and belief in their dreams of having new beginnings with people where they're authentic and warm and loving and emotionally balanced and kind of have taken the reins of their dualistic nature to say, I'm not going to enable poor behavior in myself or others? Who wants to move forward in an emotionally balanced, authentic, loving way? And that's why you're able to move forward the way you are, because you're holding yourself accountable, believing in your dreams, not giving in to take action out of shadowy energy. And they probably just don't get that because they always kind of give in to their fear and their insecurity and their pride and their ego and their lust and their greed. And they keep repeating an old pattern over and over and over. What some other people might not know is that you could have listened to your intuition and you could have communicated with some people in your life that I am moving forward in this new way. Do you want to come with? And you could have been listening to your intuition and kind of maintaining balance within yourself until you feel like you're illuminated to the truth of the situation. And if there's some people in your life who don't seem to illuminate the truth that they do want to move forward with you, then, you're cutting people out of your life that aren't willing to do that, who hide the truth, who aren't willing to maybe hold themselves accountable, who maybe don't believe in their dreams, or their dream is just different. They could be people who like to hide from the truth and make their life all about themselves. Or their dream is different. It's like, okay, everybody has the right to live their life, have their own dreams, Some other people aren't moving forward with you, And you don't know why, but it could be because maybe they're already moving forward with emotionally balanced, loving people. And if they were to get in a relationship with you, that means they'd be juggling and they'd be being kind of prideful and egotistical, and they're not doing it. So, we don't sometimes know. We can meet people in the world, we can communicate with people in the world. We don't know if they're in relationships or not. We can work with people. We don't know if they're in relationships. We can meet people and not know. You, I think, illuminated your truth about how you're moving forward. Some people will want to balance things out with you and move forward with you, and some people won't. And we sometimes don't really know because we maybe don't know them well enough to know, are they kind of more someone who's caught up in the world, kind of defensive? And some people maybe won't move forward with you because they're afraid they'd be judged. So they might continue to juggle maintaining balance in whatever they are in because they're afraid of being judged if they were to reveal what they'd really like to do in their life. And it doesn't matter. Whatever their issue is, if they're not illuminating the truth to you, that illuminates the truth in itself. If people don't take action in the Two of Pentacles to bring something into the 3D world, that is truth enough. And I'm not going to I can't stay juggling forever. There comes a point in time where, I just got to keep believing and moving forward in an energy of truth and love that I'm going to find the people who are on the same page as me. People, the Two of Pentacles can be people who can't decide. Well, if you can't decide, that is a decision. Juggling and not making a decision is a decision. So it's like, I'm going to move on. What's the reason for the bottom rose reading is the Knight of Pentacles. It is Pisces energy. Shadowy Pisces energy can be people who kind of have these illusions about what it means to be in a relationship, where maybe they can harness these energies kind of in a more shadowy way, and maybe that people would indulge them in a relationship anyway, but they got some growing up to do and maybe haven't been illuminated to the truth and just have some lessons to learn, and maybe they haven't gotten in the driver's seat of their life. And so let's go see. What's the story for shadowy Aquarius? People who harness shadowy Aquarius energy, and we all tap into Aquarius energy. Well, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, and it's in reverse. So in the upright, it would be people who are willing to learn lessons in life and take the lessons that they've learned to move forward in life. But first, you have to have done the Virgo energy work of going within to deal with the things that you prefer to keep hidden in the dark, to deal with those things you haven't wanted to deal with. And some people don't want to see the truth, don't want to deal with the truth, or just don't want to put in the work and effort to work through their thoughts and their emotions and past pain and heartbreak or whatever that would kind of set them free to live their life differently. You have to be motivated to even want to do the work within yourself to heal or to deal with the truth. And some people don't want to deal with the truth. Then the Three of Wands, can be how we expected our dreams to come into reality, kind of what motivates and inspires us. And some people want to be in relationships with other people who don't do that work within themselves. I don't want you to deal with your past pain and heartbreak, your fears, your insecurities, because if you do, you're going to move forward in life differently. You're going to go to the next phase of life. And I don't want to do that. Because in order for me to move to the next phase of life, I would have to do that work within myself, and I don't want to. So some people have this illusion, but healing and growing and maturing and working through some of your fears and insecurities and self-limiting beliefs that you dragged around with you for a while, most people are kind of inspired to drop that shit, Well, maybe 50% of the people, because we live in a world of duality and things kind of stay in balance. I think in the world, they can get a little tipped out of balance, but then they get back in balance. And for some people to think, no, I don't want to listen to my Pisces is about listening to your intuition and having hope and faith and belief in your dreams. some people a long time ago quit listening to their intuition, because we all have our intuition, and it tells us things like, I don't think you should do that. I don't think that's a good idea. That was shitty. You shouldn't have acted like that, or you're being shadowy. Three of Wands and shadowy Aries energy of the Three of Wands is about the self. And some people are all about themselves. And it's really just all about them. It's not about learning and growing and maturing and healing to become all you can be and grow up and mature yourself. And they have these illusions about love that other people are going to want to be in a relationship with them. Maybe because the Three of Wands talks about where it looks like people's dreams are going to come into reality. And in the world, the things that kind of look like people's dreams are going to come into reality is that they look like they're going to have stability or security or, these things of the world that we want. And for some people, because they think they appear to be this person who looks like their dreams are going to come into reality, they think other people are going to want to invest in them in a relationship, which they might. But then when they get in the relationship, they want them to stay right there. Like, don't listen to your own intuition. Don't maybe believe in your dreams and believe in love. You're supposed to make your life about me. It's all about me. Love me. And it can be hard for them to find someone who wants to make their life just all about them. And maybe they look for people who maybe seem like they don't have that stability or security within themselves, or maybe haven't gotten more stable and grounded within themselves, who are kind of more caught up in the illusion of love or really want to be in a relationship more than being more practical and grounded and kind of getting to know people to get to the truth of what drives and motivates them. And they could be looking for people who are like that. I want someone who's caught up in the illusion of love, who kind of maybe lacks some self-awareness or doesn't put in some time and effort to really get to know what drives and motivates other people. Because if I can get them in the relationship with me, then maybe they'll stay. Because I think that's a normal human tendency. When we get a job, we get a friend, we get in a romantic relationship, we'd like those things to work. And some people put a lot emotionally into relationships to try to make them be successful. And some people are counting on that. But what these people don't want to do is they don't want to balance out their strong emotions about the fact that they are tipped out of balance. Because high vibe energy, again, is about kind of maintaining balance within yourself. We've all got our shadow nature. We'd all like it to be all about us. We can all be selfish or greedy or whatever. But we maintain balance within ourselves because we want to work together with people in loving relationships. So we temper our more self nature to act with character and integrity and love, and to treat other people the way we like to be treated, and to realize that it's not just all about us, that they have the things that they want to accomplish in the world too, and have their own dreams and aspirations and things that they enjoy. And everybody works cooperatively to try to get most of the things that everybody wants, being proud of yourself, that you're just and fair and act with character and integrity and love and treat other people the way you like to be treated. But these people are tipped into their more worldly nature, or self nature, or materialistic nature, or defensive nature, or lack of self-insight nature. And they just balance out their emotions that, that's what they've chosen, what they're inspired by. And they're not willing to invest in healing. The Page of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is Libra energy, which is also represented by the Scales of Justice. Some people don't want to be more just and fair. Some people don't want to see the truth. Some people don't want to invest in other people who are more balanced, who have healed, who are more balanced, who then want to be in relationships with other people who are more balanced. It's like, yeah, no, I don't want to be in relationships with you. I want to be in relationships with other people who are maybe more about the world, maybe more about ego and image or indulgence. I don't want to heal. I don't want to see the truth. In their shadowy Sagittarius energy that they harness, they're kind of immature. And they might not believe that if they were to move forward in what really maybe motivates and inspires them from love, or what they really love to do in life and their unique talent, skills, and interest, they might be afraid they wouldn't have those things of the world that they want. And they might have known they could have aligned with that nature within themselves. And then the people in the world who live their life in a more balanced way. But for some people, they're really wanting to look like a King of Pentacles in the world, but they don't want to put in the work and effort and be patient, because the Temperance card is about being patient. That if you put in the work and effort and you have hope and faith and belief in your dreams, it's kind of like there's more to work with than with just the world. We do have our creative, inspired, intuitive nature, and I believe there's this life force energy that tries to work with us, that when we listen to our intuition and our creativity and invest in our unique talent, skills, and interests, the divine figures out a way for how that will provide us stability and security, because we're aligning with our truth. And some people are like, no, I just got to work with the things of the world. Forget my hopes, forget my dreams, forget my unique talents, skills, and interests, and things that I'd maybe really rather do. It's all about the ego and the image and the money, and I lack patience. I want it now. And some of those people are waiting for some people to come towards them and make them an offer. But some of the people that they're waiting for aren't making them the offer. And they're turning their back on their own more stable, grounded, creative, inspired nature and getting more balanced within themselves. And so some of those people are waiting to have a new beginning with someone who might look very successful in the world, because they want to be in a relationship with them. But some of those people are sitting here in their ego. No, I'm just waiting for them to decide to make me an offer, maybe. I'm not going to make them an offer. It's like, okay, well, some of the people in their life who they could have been in a relationship with before, those people could have tried to get them to move forward with them in a more just and fair and balanced way, and they said no and turned their back on it. And those other people invested in healing themselves, and they listened to their intuition that this person kind of seems to be all about themselves. They don't want to move forward in a more just and fair way. And the other people are hoping they'll kind of give up on their dreams and come back and make them an offer. And some of those people could be waiting a really long time, because shadowy energy can be where you're not seeing the truth and your judgment is clouded because of these different issues that are an issue with them. And I would say with the Four of Wands, it can be that they're kind of full of themselves. Anybody would want to be in a relationship with me. I look like I have my dreams coming into reality. It would be a dream to be in a relationship with me, male or female. And some of the other people saw that they're kind of lack some self-insight, that maybe they are kind of bossy and controlling and all about themselves, and that they have a lot of healing to do and growing up and maturing. And the other people picked up their investment. And even though some of those people maybe didn't tell them the truth of how they felt about them, those people have called judgment on them. Your dream is different than my dream, and you can have it look like, and maybe all the things of the world you will have, but that's not enough for me to stay in a relationship with you, because you're not illuminated to the truth that is supposed to be about equally balanced and based on a foundation of love. You think it's about, well, I obviously got these turned around. You have this illusion that you can kind of stay immature, and like healed, balanced people are supposed to indulge you in your more immature nature. You know, some people live in fantasy land. So, what's coming up for the people who harness some high vibe Aquarius energy that they might not see coming up? They are maintaining balance within themselves and moving forward. Okay, we have a card not showing itself, and the reason it came out is because of the Queen of Wands, the Tower. You know, it does take time to emotionally detach from people. We're emotionally complex human beings. We got a lot of mixed emotions about people. We can love people, wish they would move forward with us, but if they're not being just and fair and speaking the truth and being more authentic, and what they don't know is that you're going through this process within yourself to work through your emotional confusion, to get to the truth, because we come in contact with all these different people to help us get clear about the truth. You came in contact with some people, whether it was a bossy boss or whatever, immature coworkers or relationships or friendships. It's like, I've gotten clear about what my dream is, and I'm looking to the future. And some of those people don't know that other people have detached from thinking they could have a stable foundation with some of these people. Some of the people are just finding out. Because again, high vibe people can be in relationships with people like this, and they put in a lot of work and effort to try to inspire the people that they're in a relationship with to work with them more cooperatively, and they're loving and they're encouraging, trying to help them heal. But there comes a point in time with Judgment Day that sometimes it's the last time someone communicates with someone and offers them love. Are you willing to work with me in a more just and fair and loving manner? And one more time that person turns their back. No, you're just supposed to balance out your emotions that you're in a relationship with me. But because I might have these things of the world, I'm attractive, I'm charming, I've got money, or I'm just full of myself, I think you don't love and believe in yourself enough to invest in healing from your own fears and insecurities to leave my ass. So I think you're just going to have to keep balancing out your emotions that you're in a relationship with me and I'm like this. And for some people, they're saying, that's the last day. Today's the day. I quit investing in them and I invest in the truth. I need to love myself enough and give myself the things that I wish these people would give me to pick up my investment in them and listen to my intuition, because my intuition is telling me I have been illuminated to the truth that these people are not on the same page and I need to leave. And for some people, today could be the day. For others of you, you've detached from people a long time ago, but it can take time for us to emotionally detach and really feel like we're ready to go have that new beginning and move forward in life differently. So we could take this time to heal, to love ourselves, and then when we're ready to move forward in life differently, we will. And again, sometimes people have communicated to other people in their life, I have detached from living my life this old way, or those people, or whatever, and I'm moving forward. And other people in the meantime have been also doing this work. And if they're willing to detach from whatever they need to detach from and listen to their intuition and be more bold and brave and confident to move forward with you, they will. But you're not going to keep waiting forever to see, it's like I'm moving forward regardless. You can keep doing whatever work you need to do. But if I do meet people that I can have these new beginnings with, those are the people I'm going to work with, because I got to work with people who are ready to have those new beginnings. And if you're not, I wish you peace, but I'm moving on. What's coming up for the people who might harness a more worldly or shadowy Aquarius energy that they don't see coming? The Nine of Swords, because of the Aquarius star card. Well, one thing they didn't see coming, they were kind of hoping that other people would probably be up in a mental prison about their dreams coming into reality. And that these people would keep kind of indulging them in their kind of shadowy ways of being. But instead, the other people, instead of being up in a mental prison about these people, they really gave a lot of thought to what is my dream? What's my idea of the dream life? What's their idea of the dream life? And we have different dreams. The way they want to move forward in life is not how I want to move forward in life. And if they're more caught up in ego and image and money and materialism, I want a more balanced relationship where people are able to put in work together in love, and we put in work and effort to have stability and security and enjoy some of the finer things in our life. But it's not to make it where, it's all about the world, or it's all about you, or it's all about ego and money. What about a balance? Balance is what helps us move forward victoriously. Moderation. And some people lack moderation. And they just want other people to maintain balance in relationship with them being out of balance or something, And the other people gave a lot of thought. There's a maximum of 10 in every suit. And this is 9. So a person is thinking about one cup of love in their heart. Is this person even motivated by love? Do they love themselves? Do they love the world? More love themselves? That's not my dream, and I do love myself. And they're working through all their fears and insecurities about, do I love and believe in myself? And eventually, from the 9 down to the 4 of Swords, they're letting go of the 5 of Swords, which also is Aquarius energy about the dreams that we have. The workplace I'm at, the friendship, the relationship I'm at, it's causing me a lot of mental conflict. And then they start to reflect on the truth of, why does this cause me so much mental conflict? And part of it is because it's not aligned with my truth. I do have that hopeful, believing nature. I invest in trying to heal and grow and mature myself so I can keep moving forward to become all I can be and free myself from the things that manipulate me. And the other person seems to invest in their more worldly, immature nature, thinking that's the truth and just and fair to live their life that way. We view life completely differently. I wish you peace. I'm moving on. And some of those people with the Knight of Swords here, those people over time will work through all their emotional confusion about it, listening to their intuition, and kind of reconciling themselves with the fact that they're motivated and inspired by different things. And they believe in themselves and their dreams, and they're not willing to give them up. And the other people are shocked. I never thought you would love and believe in yourself. And Aquarius energy talks about healing. I never thought you would be able to put this in perspective to even maybe see the truth that I'm, to see through the illusion of how I tried to present myself. I thought I could use the love that you have for me to keep manipulating you and confusing you about the truth of who I am. And eventually the other people are like, no, I see the truth of who you are. I'm not in illusion about who you are. And I can't build my long-term foundation with someone who isn't more balanced within themselves, isn't more authentic and loving and warm and just and fair. So I wish you peace. And some of those people are still thinking, because this card, the Tower card, wasn't showing itself, some of those people don't realize that other people aren't interested in being in a relationship with them anymore. And in their pride and ego, they're still kind of full of themselves, and they're starting to get really stressed out Is my dream going to come into reality? When are these people coming back? And they haven't seen through the illusion yet. Okay, I think we'll leave it there, Aquarius. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.